Welcome students to my zoology class. Today I am going to start the new topic, that is the reproductive health. This topic on reproductive health will be completed in two presentations. Half of the topics will be taken in this presentation and half of the topics will be taken in the second presentation on reproductive health. In the present presentation on reproductive health, that is the first part of the presentation on reproductive health, we will discuss with what is reproductive health, what is its need, then population explosion and different methods to control the birth rate. So this is the first presentation on reproductive health. First of all, what is reproductive health? Reproductive health refers to healthy reproductive organs with normal function. It means a person is said to be reproductively healthy if the person has healthy reproductive organs and the function of the reproductive organs is quite okay. So reproductive health refers to healthy reproductive organs and functions, and according to World Health Organization, that is WHO, reproductive health means a total well-being in all respects of reproduction, that is physical, emotional, behavioral and social. According to WHO, that is the World Health Organization, a person is said to be reproductively healthy if the person has physically okay reproductive organs, means technically all the organs should be okay, and emotionally also the reproductive process should be fine, and the person should behave properly in a society in terms of reproduction. So WHO, that is World Health Organization, it says that total well-being in all respects of reproduction refers to proper reproductive health. So this is the definition of the reproductive health. So when we consider the reproductive health, when the governments have to take care of reproductive health of its individuals, there are many problems, and to solve those problems there should be many strategies, and India was the first country to initiate actions and plans to attain total reproductive health as a social goal, and these programs are called as family planning, and these programs, they were started in 1951, and improved programs covering reproduction related areas are in operation. For example, reproductive and child health care programs, that is RCH, and the government has to create awareness about various reproduction aspects and provide facilities and support to build reproductively healthy society. It means that India was the first country to start the reproductive health programs, and India considered the reproductive health program as its social goal, and in this program India started the family planning program, and it was started in 1951, and in this program of family planning many programs were started, and one of them is reproductive and child health care program, which is known as RCH, and in these programs the stress was on to create the awareness about the various reproductive aspects to different masses of the population, and then the government provided facilities in terms of reproductive health programs, and government supports to build reproductively healthy society. So how has the government taken measures to make reproductively healthy society? And this was done through the help of the audiovisual aids and print media to create awareness. Family members, then close relations are also involved in the awareness. sex education is introduced in schools to provide the awareness, then proper information about reproductive organs, adolescents, then safe and hygienic sexual practices and sexually transmitted diseases like AIDS, etc. These were the different issues which were taken by the government, and government took these measures by the help of the audio visual aids and print media. Means the advertisements were given in TV, radios, papers, pamphlets, and all these things were used to aware the masses about the different reproductively healthy society programs. So in this program, family members were involved to get them aware about different issues. Sex education was given in schools to provide the awareness to the young people, and in schools these subjects were introduced to aware the young generation about different issues, and they were taught about the different reproductive organs, and then what is adolescence, what are the problems of adolescence, what are the changes which come in the adolescence, then sexual practices, and then the idea of sexually transmitted diseases was given to the school going children to aware the young generation to make a reproductively healthy society. And the people were taught about the birth control options and the care of pregnant women and postnatal care of mother and child, and importance of breastfeeding and equal importance to male and female child. This was also this information was also given to the people, that that a care of pregnant women is very necessary, and after the birth of the child, the care of mother as well as the child is very necessary, that is the postnatal care. Then what is the importance of breastfeeding, and then the equal importance should be given to male as well as female child. These things were told to different groups of people. And then awareness of uncontrolled population growth and social evils, and then the population was aware about the fact that the population of India is growing at an alarming rate, it should be controlled, and the people were given awareness about the different measures to control the population, and different social evils they were also discussed among the masses to control the population and to make the society reproductively healthy. So then implementation of various action plan, it requires infrastructural facilities, then professional expertise and material support to provide medical assistance and care to people in reproduction related problems as pregnancy, delivery, STDs, abortions, contraception, menstrual problems, and infertility. It means that if the woman has to aware the people about the different issues or different aspects of reproduction, then there is a need of infrastructure facilities. Means professional people are required to give this information. Then material is required to provide medical assistance, and then people are also required to take care of many problems like pregnancy, delivery, sexually transmitted diseases, abortions, contraceptions, and different problems of the menstruation, and then infertility. So these are problems, they have to be tackled by the expert people, and this professional expertise is required to implement various programs by the government. So statutory ban on checking sex of the child to prevent female feticide and massive child immunization programs. So there was a ban on checking the sex of the child so that the female feticide is prevented, and then vaccination and immunization programs were also started to make the child healthy. So researches on reproduction related areas by government and non-government agencies to improve and find new methods of birth control. Then government also started many reproduction related areas for improving and finding new methods of birth control. And these issues were also taken by some non-government agencies also to help the government to make a healthy society. Then improved reproductive healthy society, it needs increased medically assisted deliveries, better postnatal care, decreased maternal and infant mortality rate, small families, better detection and cure of STDs, that is sexually transmitted diseases, and increased facilities for sex related problems. So for making the society reproductively healthy, there was a need of increased medical assisted deliveries. So it means the deliveries should be done by the medical expert people, not by the quacks. And then there is a need of postnatal care. And if we improve these facilities, then there will be decreased maternal and infant mortality rate. It means there will be decreased deaths of the mother during giving birth to the child, and decreased death rate of the infant, the newly born. And then there was given the idea of small families for controlling the population and for detecting the sexually transmitted diseases, and all the sex related problems were also discussed by the government. So then there is a problem of the population explosion. So you know that there was the India, there is a population explosion. It means that the population of India is growing at an alarming rate. So there is a need of the birth control methods. And what is population explosion? It means the increase in size of growth of human population at an alarming rate is known as population explosion. Means the population is growing at an alarming rate, so it causes population explosion. And India's population was 350 million at the time of independence, and now it has crossed 1.38 billion. It means the population has increased manifold, and there is an alarming growth rate, and there is scarcity of basic requirements: food, shelter and clothing. The basic requirements of the population is food, shelter and clothing. We have a fixed amount of food, shelter and clothing, but the population was growing at an alarming rate, so there was a scarcity of the basic requirements. And what was the cause of the population explosion? Why the population was growing at an alarming rate? The reasons were decline in death rate, longer lifespan, then decline in maternal mortality rate, decline in infant mortality rate. Next is some religious beliefs against birth control and lack of reproductive health knowledge. So what were the reasons of population explosion? The reasons for population growth were, for example, decline in death rate, because India is a developing country and the different medical facilities were growing, and so there was a decline in death rate. In olden times, for even a small disease, people they used to die. But in this society, when the medical facilities are growing, so there was a decline in death rate, and now people have a healthy lifestyle, so they have a longer lifespan, and moreover there is decline in maternal mortality rate. Because of the medical facilities, the mothers at the time of giving birth to the child, their mortality rate, their death rate is very less, and moreover infant mortality rate is also less because of the medical facilities and expert people to perform deliveries. And moreover, there are some religious beliefs which say that birth control should not be done. So that is also the cause of population explosion. And then there was a lack of reproductive health knowledge. So these all factors, they led to population explosion, and this was the cause that the government had to undertake certain program to control the population. Now the government has taken certain steps to overcome the population explosion. For example, motivate smaller families using contraceptive methods, and awareness through media, posters and bills that hum do, hamare do, and now hum do hamara ek. Now couples, mostly young, urban, working ones, they adopt one child norm, and statutory raising of marriageable age, that is female 18 and male 21, and incentives to couples with small families, and contraceptive methods to prevent unwanted pregnancies. So there were certain steps which were taken by the government to control the population to some extent. For example, government motivated smaller families to use the contraceptive methods. Contraceptive method means birth control methods, and the awareness was given through media or posters and audiovisual aids that hum do hamare do. In early times, the government should say, used to say that hum do hamare do should be the slogan for a small family, but now latest it is hum do hamare ek, and mostly young people, young couples in urban areas, those who are working, they adopt the one child norms, that they restrict their family only to one child. And there is a statutory raising of marriageable age, that female should not marry before the age of 18 and male should not marry before the age of 21. And those couples which have small families, which have one child, they are given incentives by the governments. And the contraceptive methods, contraceptive devices or pills are different things, they are also given by the government, they are also provided by the government to prevent the unwanted pregnancies. So these are certain steps which are taken by the government to control the population. So there are certain birth control methods. Now birth control methods means contraception, and there are different types of birth control methods, and contraception also means birth control methods, and contraception aims to control the birth by using contraceptives. Contraceptive means the things which we use to control the birth, and prevention of conception or fertilization of ovum during sexual intercourse is called contraception. It means if we have to control the birth, then the fertilization of the ovum with the sperm has to be prevented. And an ideal contraceptive should be user friendly, easily available, effective and reversible with no or least side effects. And a good contraceptive is that contraceptive which is easily available and which is easy to use, and it should be effective and it should be reversible also. In case birth control is not needed, it should be reversible. And moreover, contraceptive should not have side effects on the individual. So we divide different birth control methods or contraceptive methods into different categories. There are 6 categories of contraceptives. Number 1 is natural or traditional methods. Number 2 is barrier method. Number 3 is intrauterine device, that is IUD. Then 4th is oral contraceptives. Then next is injection and implants, and the last one is surgical methods. These 6 are the different types of the contraceptives which will be discussed one by one. Now first birth control method is natural methods, and natural methods, it work on the principle of avoiding chances of ovum and sperm meeting. Natural methods involve those methods which avoid the chances of ovum and sperm meeting, that ovum and sperm meeting is prevented. And in this, the first one is periodic abstinence. This is a method in which couple avoid or abstain coitus from day 10 to 17 of the menstrual cycle, when ovulation could be expected. So first natural method of birth control is periodic abstinence. It means you have studied in previous chapters that ovulation takes place on 14th day of menstrual cycle, and the couples who are aware about this type of menstrual cycle, they avoid meeting from day 10 to day 17 of the menstrual cycle. So there is no ovulation, and so there is no meeting of ovum with the sperm, and so fertilization is prevented, and so in this way the birth is controlled. So this is the first natural method, that is the periodic abstinence. Second one is withdrawal or coitus interruptus. In this method, male partner withdraws his penis from the vagina just before ejaculation to avoid insemination. In this type of natural method, that is withdrawal or coitus interruptions, in this method the male partner before ejaculation or before insemination or before giving sperms to the female, it withdraws, and so there is no relation between the penis and the vagina, and so transfer of sperms is prevented, and in this way the birth control is also done. So third topic of natural method, it is lactational amenorrhea. It is based on the fact that ovulation absent during intense lactation following parturition, hence chance of fertilization is absent, and it is effective for 6 months, and side effects are nil, and chances of failures are high. So third natural method of birth control is lactational amenorrhea. It is based on the fact that after parturition, parturition means the birth of the child, that is after the birth of the child, lactation starts, that the mother gives milk to the child. So it is believed that during this period there is no menstrual cycle, and so there is no ovulation, and so the pregnancy is avoided. So these are the three natural methods of birth control, but these different methods, their chances of failure are high, because first one is periodic abstinence, because there can be some mistake on counting the days of the menstrual cycle. Then second one is also a not safe method to control the birth, and so third one is also, it is effective for 6 months, and it is also not sure. So these three natural methods, in this method chances of failure are high for controlling the birth of the child. So second one is a physical contraceptive or the barrier method. So second type of contraception or the second type of birth control method is a physical contraceptive or the barrier method. Barrier means to prevent the fertilization, and this method prevents the contact of the sperm and ovum by barrier. There is some wall between the sperm and ovum to prevent the fertilization. So first one is condoms, and these condoms, they are available for male as well as female. These barriers, they are made up of thin rubber latex sheet, and they can be self-inserted and they are disposable. So the condoms can be used both by the male and the female, and they are made up of the rubber. And these condoms, they cover the penis in male and vagina and cervix in female, and it is used so that semen do not enter the female reproductive tract. So these condoms, they cover the penis in case of the males and vagina and cervix in case of the female, and so it is used in such a way that semen do not enter the female reproductive tract, and so there is no contact of sperm and ovum, and so there is no fertilization. And it also prevents AIDS and other sexually transmitted diseases. Condoms also prevent AIDS-like disease and other sexually transmitted diseases. So this is the first physical contraceptive, that is condoms. Second one is diaphragm, cervical caps and walls. These barriers, they are also made up of rubber latex and inserted into the female reproductive tract to cover the cervix, and they block the entry of sperm through cervix, and they are reusable, and this spermicidal cream, jellies, foams along with these barriers. It means the second physical contraceptive is diaphragm, cervical caps and valves, and these are used by female, and these are also made of rubber latex. They are inserted into the female reproductive tract and they are reusable, and they cover the cervix of the female, and so entry of sperm is blocked. And in addition to these physical barriers, some creams, jellies and foams are also used to kill the sperms. So this is the second physical barrier of contraception. So third method of birth control, it is intrauterine devices, IUD. These devices are only used by female. So intrauterine means uterus. So these devices are used by females, and these are inserted by doctor or nurses in the uterus through vagina. So these are such devices, the intrauterine devices, they are inserted by the doctor or the nurses. It means these devices are inserted by some expert person into the vagina of the female. These are contraceptive methods for females only, and they are available as non-medicated intrauterine devices, and their name is Lippus loop and phagocytosis of sperm. It means some intrauterine devices, they are non-medical, and for example Lippus loop, and in this what happens, that it is inserted into the uterus through vagina by the doctor or the nurse, and it causes phagocytosis of the sperm. It means that when sperm enters the female reproductive tract, this loop or this non-medicated intrauterine device, it engulfs the sperm, and so there is no meeting of the ovum and the sperm. And second one is copper releasing intrauterine device, and example is copper T, copper 7 or multi-load 375. So these are also different intrauterine devices, and they release copper, and copper ion released, it suppresses sperm motility and fertilizing capacity of the sperm. When copper is released in the female reproductive tract, it suppresses the sperm motility. That motility of the sperm is prevented, and so fertilizing capacity of the sperm is also lessened. So to some extent the fertilization is prevented, and so it also acts as birth control method, and this is a type of intrauterine device. And intrauterine device, it increases phagocytosis of sperm within the uterus. Any intrauterine device, it increases the phagocytosis of the sperm in the uterus. Phagocytosis means that it engulfs the sperm when it enters the reproductive tract of the female. So next intrauterine device is hormone releasing intrauterine device. An example is Progestasert, so LNG20, and it makes the uterus unsuitable for implantation and the cervix hostile to sperm. It means when this is the picture of the hormone releasing intrauterine device, and when it is inserted into the female reproductive tract, it makes the uterus unsuitable for implantation, that the fetus cannot be implanted, so there is no question of birth. So cervix is also becomes hostile to the sperm, so fertilization cannot occur. So intrauterine devices, they are ideal for the female to delay pregnancy or to space the children, and it is widely accepted contraception in India. In India, intrauterine devices, they are very much used, and they are used to delay the pregnancy and also for spacing the children, and this is very much used in India. So these are the different intrauterine devices. The next contraceptive method is the oral contraceptive. So oral means taking pills or tablets, and oral administration of small doses of progesterone or progesterone estrogen combination, female tablets and so-called pills, they are taken daily for a period of 21 days, and they inhibit ovulation and implantation and alter the quality of cervical mucus and to prevent the entry of the sperm, and it is effective, less side effect. For example, Saheli, which is non-steroidal preparation, and it is used once in a week. So oral contraceptive means the female, these are used by the female, and in this the female has to take certain pills, and these pills contain either the dose of progesterone or combination of progesterone and estrogen. And so these tablets, some tablets are taken for 21 days of menstrual cycle, and some tablets they are taken once in a week, for example Saheli, and these provide contraception for the female, and so this is also an effective method of birth control. So this is a picture showing different oral contraceptive, that is tablets. So this is Saheli, and this is some other oral contraceptive which is taken by the females to prevent pregnancy. So then the last method of birth control, it is injection or implants. So in this case, the progesterone alone or in combination with estrogen is used for injections or implants under the skin of the female, and the action, it is similar to pills and is effective for long periods. And in this injection or implants, either the injection of progesterone or in combination estrogen is also given to the female for preventing pregnancy, or sometimes under the skin of the female. So this is the picture showing implant inside the skin of the female is done, and so there is birth control. So this is actually implant of progesterone or combination of progesterone and estrogen to prevent the pregnancy. And progesterone or combination of progesterone and estrogen, it also provides a contraception in case of emergency within the 72 hours of coitus, and this emergency contraceptive is very much effective. Suppose if some has to be given emergency contraceptive, then progesterone in combination with the estrogen has to be provided to the female within 74 hours of coitus, and so pregnancy is prevented. So emergency contraceptive, this is a picture showing the emergency contraceptive. This is I-pill, and these methods should be used within 72 hours of coitus, and administration of progesterone or progesterone estrogen combination is very effective in case of the emergency contraceptive. So these were the different methods of contraception, but there is one more effective method, and that is irreversible method to control the birth control method, and that is the surgery. So the last is the surgical method. So apart from the previously discussed birth control methods which were reversible, this is a irreversible method to control the birth, and this is known as the surgical method. It is also called as the sterilization method, and it is advised to male as well as female partner to prevent any future pregnancy. As I told you that it is an irreversible method of birth control, and it can be given to male as well as female, and commonly it is known as the sterilization method, and it blocks the gamete transport, thus prevent conception. In this method, some surgery is done, and the transport of gametes, that is sperm or ovum, is prevented, and so there is prevention of the conception. And sterilization or the surgical method, in case of male it is known as vasectomy, and in case of female it is known as the tubectomy. So these are the surgical methods, which in case of male is known as vasectomy, and in case of female it is known as tubectomy. So why vasectomy and tubectomy? Because you know, in case of male there is vasa deferens, and the surgery is done on vasa deferens, so this is vasectomy. Tomy means to cut. And in case of female, it is tubectomy, because you know, in case of female there is fallopian tube. From tube we can say tubectomy, the tube has to be cut. in this surgery. So vasectomy, it is a small part of the vas deferens is removed and tied up through incision made on the scrotum. And this vasectomy, it is done in case of the male, and so this is male reproductive system. So these are the testes, and this is the vasa deferens. A small cut is made on the scrotum of the female, and then the vasa deferens, it is cut and tied. So when from here sperms will come, they will not reach beyond this point. They will be prevented here, so they will not reach urethra and the penis, and so there is no transfer of sperms from male to female. So this is the process of vasectomy, and this is an irreversible method. Means once it is done on a female, on a male, so then there is no chance of passing the sperms to the female. So this is vasectomy. And tubectomy, it is done in females, and in this a small part of fallopian tube, it is removed or tied up through incision of abdomen or vagina. So this is tubectomy. In this, this is the ovary, and this is fallopian tube. So here the fallopian tube is cut and tied, and so the ovum does not reach beyond this point of fallopian tube. It cannot be fertilized. No fertilization takes place. So in this also the movement of the gamete is prevented, and so even if the sperms come, it cannot be fertilized. So this is the irreversible method of birth control in case of the female, and this surgical method is very highly effective, and reversibility is very poor. It means there is very remote chance, very less chance of reversibility in case of the surgical method, that is vasectomy and the tubectomy. So these are all the different methods of birth control, and this is all for today's presentation, in which we have studied what is reproductive health, its definition, and what is its need, what are the different programs which are started by government at different times, then what is population explosion, and then there are different methods of birth control. And in this we have studied about a different method, that is the oral contraceptives, barrier methods, natural methods, then intrauterine devices, and then last but not the least, that are the surgical methods. So this is all for today's presentation. You have to go through this presentation. In case you have any doubts about this presentation, you can consult me on the WhatsApp group, or you can mail me for any questions. Thank you.